parking outside.
You could see like 3 guys pushing this really low to the ground car out of the subdivision gates.
Okay, the rain is crazy and I had to move my bike all the way up here. We had to move our bike all the way up here because it's elevated near the covered court. Because it's beginning to flood in the places where it doesn't even usually flood. And now I have to walk all the way back to the front of my village, which is probably gonna be a good 10 minutes in the middle of like, probably at the moment, knee-deep flood. And my mom and Bianca are waiting in the car. And we're gonna head up to a different part of Manila because hopefully it's not flooding there as hard as
scary kasi kung na-stuck ka doon.
Yeah. And then everybody like is stuck.
oh my god. This is not fun. And it's only gonna get deeper. Deeper and deeper. Like I said, it's only gonna get deeper. Flooding, even at the gate. It's looking crazy. Where the heck is my car? Everyone's parking outside. Everyone's parking outside. And now, even the highway's flooded. People are looking for a place to park.
Alright, we have Cholo here. This is actually the first time I get to see him drive.
Wow, in the worst actual possible condition there is.
Under
in the
pressure.
middle of a storm.
Under pressure.
With flood and yes, under pressure. We don't even know where we're gonna pass. Alright, here we go. We're going down the Diosdado Macapagal Bridge. Or the Marcos Highway Bridge. I don't know what it's called actually. But it goes lower like this. And this part of the bridge actually gets flooded. Like when the Marikina River
Starts to overflow.
Which it did in the last storm.
Yeah, in the tropical storm.
So now you got people who are like panicking,
Yeah.
probably. Right, so we went all the way from Marcos Highway and now we are at San Juan. So if you're familiar with San Juan, we are very close to Green Hills. So Green Hills is this way, to the left. And we are heading to New Manila. We have an Airbnb place there. I wouldn't even consider it like an Airbnb. It's like a mini hotel. We have like 6 rooms, family business, and we're gonna be staying there, I think.
So we are headed to NMS with his mom to kind of wait out the storm because it is so flooded, and luckily we got out of the subdivision when we did, because you can see from the clips it's like knee high there in some spots, and we were already seeing cars getting pushed out because they got flooded. How was it when you were driving on the motorcycle?
Hard, because I was wearing, like slip-ons, like slides and shit. So the flood was pretty high, so it was like pushing against my footwear.
Oh, no.
I was so scared it would,
Like
float
slippery,
away like
yeah,
boats
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit. So
That's scary.
It was hard, and the worst part I think is you can't see the humps.
Oh yeah.
You can't see the humps.
They just surprise you.
So with the car, with a car, you're fine. You won't lose balance or anything
Yeah.
like that. But with a motorcycle, though, yeah, you just
It's a
suddenly
lot.
jolt, and you gotta be super stiff. That's
Yeah,
why I
you have
wasn't
to
going
be
too
ready.
fast.
Oh, that's so scary. Oh.
The last time there was an extreme storm with major flooding, I was home alone, and there was a brownout, no electricity, there was water, but I was home alone and running on limited battery with no internet, so I was on pure data. It wasn't so good, with candles the whole night.
Meanwhile, I was back in Iloilo. I was fine. There's electricity. It was actually sunny at one point while it was flooding for him. So
I was panicking
Iloilo.
alone.
I felt so bad.
I was panicking alone. Now this time you can experience it, so you can what's the word, empathize, sympathize. You can sympathize with my suffering.
That's interesting to think about if you're trying to find somewhere to live here. Because obviously I'm not used to flooding or like tropical storms from Canada, but yeah, that's like one of the big decisions to make when you're trying to buy a house or any property. It's
Sometimes,
floodability.
yep. Sometimes the money that you spend with repairs, with car repairs, or you're even in your house, like the furniture that gets like wet, or especially if you're flooded, like your whole living room, your TV is gonna get fucked, right? You're gonna lose more money, so sometimes it's just better get a condo.
That's so true. That's scary. While we were waiting for him to move his motorcycle, I was with his mom, and from like we could see the entryway of the subdivision, and you could see like 3 guys pushing this really low to the ground car out of the subdivision gates. Oh, so yeah, hopefully this doesn't last too long. But there was a giant storm forming last night, which covered the entire, like the clouds covered the entire Philippines. And I didn't think much of it. I was like, okay, it's another day. They woke me up, like rushed, like I was actually in such a panic because they were also in such a panic because they had already moved one car and they moved this car to a parking spot. Thinking
What is it? Funeral home.
to a funeral
Along
home.
Marcos Highway.
Hoping, because you didn't think it was gonna be that bad
I
at first,
wasn't
right?
panicking. My mom though.
Yeah,
Super panicking.
yeah. Which, I mean, she understood the assignment, I guess, because she realized how fast it was gonna get flooded.
My brother frickin' knows me as solid.
Proof he's driving. Proof he's
Better bring me one of his, I don't know, Australian Enigma or something.
You heard it here.
Prove that he's driving. Very nice.
At least the road here is not bad.
Back in Ondoy. Back in Ondoy, it was flooded up until this point over here.
Crazy.
And it was like really high flood too. Like waist deep from here.
Oh God.
From here. And since there were people like going into houses, there were stories of people looting houses because that was like the first major storm in like decades, I think. We had to rush home. No one was at home, so you had to make sure that people were at home so that no one could enter our house. So we had to go through like 2 kilometers worth of waist deep flood.
That sucks. That's so
Waist until
crazy.
like chest deep flood. So it was like it varied, like so there were snakes in there and dead
Everything.
dogs and feces.
Oh.
People died in that water, actually.
Yeah, and you don't know because it's murky, right?
Yeah.
And you're just walking through it hoping nothing happens.
And the scariest part isn't all of those, because those are things that can kind of like sort of be avoided because you can see them. But there was like nails from construction sites or wood planks with like if you kicked it, you'd get a splinter for sure. You know what I mean?
Ah,
So it was scary. The worst part also, I think, was when you get home, when we got home actually, you want to take a shower because you're covered in flood water, right?
right.
There was no water.
Oh, everything was shut
Zero.
off.
Zero water. No electricity, no water, signal was shit. So it really felt like we were
In like an apocalypse,
apocalypse
really.
level, like catastrophe.
You're actually a really good driver.
Thank you. And you are experiencing the driving in the worst possible condition once again.
Which makes you even
So,
better.
I say I can do even better when it's not raining. We're in New Manila. Okay, we are just about to turn right into the area that is New Manila Suites. And fun fact, right next to us is this place is called Broadway Centrum. So the show Eat Bulaga, which is a popular Filipino noontime show, it used to be shot here. And we actually filmed the Pebbles Olympics. So if you're familiar with the Pebbles, they're content creators here in the Philippines. They're really popular, young guys. There. The Broadway Centrum, did you see that?
Yeah.
So it's abandoned. It's an abandoned, I would say, a studio mall thing. And 30 plus content creators shot in there. 20 or 30 plus. We had like games. I can't spoil too much. I'm not sure when this video is gonna be out, or if the Pebbles Olympics is gonna be out already. But it's pretty insane. We basically had Olympics. I don't know. It's even crazier than Olympics. So you guys have to watch out for that. If you guys are a fan of Pebbles or big content, like it's kind of like inspired by Mr. Beast. So it's pretty cool.
All right, so we are
Just about to arrive at NMS or New Manila Suites. So here we are. My mom is parking. It's also very near St. Luke's and a bunch of other hospitals.
Yeah.
So
We'll show you around, so in case you want to come to Manila on a maybe not typhoon type day, and this can be a location that you might stay at.
landed.
We have Pow in the background. He's scared of rain, so but he's been good so far. All right, let's go. This is NMS. Hopefully we can show it to you as well on a nicer day, but for now, this is what you get.
Yeah, there's a really nice garden over there. I can't wait for you to see it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
This is the fit.
The flood fit.
The flood fit. When did you wake me up? At like
7:30.
7:30? Yeah. And we had to be out of the house like in an instant. So I had to throw stuff in a backpack and like just pop out.
So the reason this area looks like an old house is because it is actually my dad's ancestral home.
That's sick. Oh my god.
So I guess you know
I
why
love ancestral
I'm not
homes.
really like always impressed with some ancestral homes. Because
Privilege.
yeah, what? It's a full wooden house.
What? You the furniture is nice. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
For me, it's hard to imagine because this is my first time kind of really in the middle of flooding, and it's kind of hard to imagine because we're in a place that isn't flooding right now, and it's hard to imagine like what's it like back at your house and how bad the flooding is. And we're getting videos and pictures from our friends showing their flooding, and it's crazy. Like some of the clips are insane.
Like whole first floor is underwater.
Yeah, it's actually intense.
Yeah, so this was actually built. These rooms were built for the family of my dad. So they live abroad. So whenever they go to the Philippines, it could have been a place.
If you have like
Stay.
a big family gathering, this is.
But they hardly go to the Philippines, right? So now we converted it into a family business.
Wow.
What do you think so far?
Very Filipino.
Very Filipino. Hey, baby. What you looking at?
So pretty. Feel like I'm in the tropics right now.
A lot of people who stay here actually compliment the fact that we have so much vegetation
Yeah,
and there's so much greens in here because it's honestly, it's the middle of the city.
in the city, yeah.
So-
but it's hard to believe that when you're.
Exactly. And yeah, the air feels like it's always fresh. It's cool. Even here right now, you can smell it, right? The air,
So nice.
it's fresh air because of the plants. See that? 9.5 at booking.com.
So pretty here.
So you like the design?
I do. Okay, there's a different mix. Of course, you have the like totally ancestral house, and then you have a bit of a funkier edge on this side. It feels like it's giving 70s. Like, look over here, look over here. Like, this is what I assume the houses look like in the 70s. Super retro. Well, technically then it would be retro, but either way. I like the
Yeah, like the
vibes.
window panes and stuff. Very, very.
I know, I
Vintage.
love that. That's so fun.
And then you have
So
this.
fun.
This wall, which could actually work like a photo.
Yeah,
a photo area.
Instagrammable.
Instagrammable. I look like a literal ground harassed rat right now.
This man walked through flood water.
We're going upstairs. Fun fact, during the pandemic, we left our house and we stayed here like for months
That's so
or
cool.
years. I don't know, like we stayed here for a while during the pandemic. So it was like the sweet life, exactly like non-stop.
Paano nakakadaan? Look, look. 3 minutes ago.
So
3
here's an
minutes ago.
update from the subdivision that we left.
If we were there, we won't be able to.
Yeah, it's
We'd be
over the
trapped.
knee
We'd be
now,
trapped na.
and we wouldn't have been able to
Diba?
get out.
That's the gate.
Yeah, this is the gate.
Wow.
It's the entrance.
All right, so we are gonna get our own room after, but here's
Where my mom is gonna be staying. So as you can see, it looks like a hotel. It's a suite, yeah.
it's super pretty. Oh my gosh. Luckily it's not really flooding in this area, so we can still drive around. But it is definitely still raining, so hopefully it doesn't get any worse. So there's 2 beds here. One of them is like a double, and one of them's a single. With another mirror and a nice TV. And these doors actually connect to the rooms beside each other. If you do have a large family staying here, you guys can all be connected really easily. You don't have to go all the way out into the hall and then back to another room. And then there's a little upstairs. Oh, there's a mini fridge too. Nice.
Yeah, and if you're staying here, because a lot of our guests are actually, they stay here long. Like they have like someone who's checked in, like let's say in the hospital.
In the hospital.
They stay here. So sometimes they stay here for extended periods of time and they have to use the second floor for things they buy. Or maybe like visitors from other countries. They buy lots of stuff here in the Philippines and they want to bring it all back.
Yeah, okay. So this could be like a storage. There's even a bed up here. Storage kind of table area. Or an extra spot to sleep if you want to. Very cool. This place is neat.
We can play.
Oh, this is so
when
cute.
we're bored.
So my mom has this, we have this gift from one of our relatives and 100 games board and buster. And my mom wants to play.
Staycation. Wow, okay, so this is the outdoors. By the way, we're vlogging today with a phone because we were in such a rush to get everything packed. They're kind of buried deeply because we literally got out of the house in like maybe 10 minutes. I feel like that was super rushed.
And my mom wanted to be 5.
Yeah, and so we were panicking. But hopefully this is good enough. And yeah, this is where we will be staying for
And
who
put
knows.
a timeline on things. I'm not sure if it's going to be out yet, but this is directly after Tanabata Festival.
Yeah,
Like from con, like a whole weekend
Yeah.
of conventions
Literally.
and being tired.
the day after, the morning after, we are here. All right, now that we had a minute of rest, we're here at Robinson's Magnolia to grab some food for NMS and kind of look around because it is my first time here, so it should be exciting. I'm with Cholo and his mother. So yeah, we're gonna cook dinner tonight. I don't know what we're gonna cook. You're helping me, right?
Of course I'm helping you.
All right, what do you want to cook?
She's gauging our skill and,
Ooh.
compatibility as
Ooh. If we're gonna
live-in partners.
Yeah. If you're ever having a housewarming event, expect this. Do you see those 2 ladies? Those are iconic, okay? I love them so much. I would actually like sacrifice a lot if I got to like meet them in real life. But of
You
course
love those
they're dead.
women?
Those iconic. Those women are like my motivation in life.
Oh, wait, I'll show you something. Check this out.
Oh, this is...
Over here. See that?
And look how I look, okay?
That's the
Marilyn
motivation
Monroe.
in my life.
Marilyn
That's the one I
Monroe
like.
would be so mad at me right now, okay? To be fair, it was flooding, nothing matches. I'm wearing camel pants. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, Audrey Hepburn would like punch me in the face.
Check
I
this
feel
out,
like.
baby.
So this is our lunch today. We have some oysters paired with beer, of course. Cholo and I got poke bowls, salmon flavor, and of course the ramen. It's a nice spread. And the view is nice. It's hard to believe that it's kind of flooding everywhere, but hey, at least we are safe and good. So let's eat. Oh, that's solid. Really, really good. We were actually supposed to go to an Airbnb in Teresa, Rizal, and this is the road we were supposed to take. It's totally flooded, so it's a good thing we ended up staying in New Manila Suites instead. All right, so we are just at the grocery store getting some supplies for us and the place we're staying. And then we're gonna head home now, relax for a while. A lot of our friends are flooded right now, which is super, super scary. And I have no idea how your house is.
Yeah.
So,
But we're getting updates from our neighbors and
Yeah.
from our village group, so it's pretty bad. It's a good thing we were able to get out of there.
yeah, we're
But
so lucky. We're
I feel
actually
really
super,
bad
super
for
lucky.
my other neighbors who weren't able to save their cars.
And people are losing power now, so they're losing electricity, and maybe soon they'll start losing water as well. It's really hard, and we're just so super blessed. But yeah, that's the current update. All right, we're back home. We rested for a little bit, and now we are cooking dinner for his mother,
Yeah, that's right. It was our barter for lunch earlier.
which was the oysters. Everything's super yummy.
Broccoli is
So-
expensive.
Broccoli is expensive. If you're coming to the Philippines, please expect that. Maybe it's a lot cheaper in Baguio, but it's definitely more expensive everywhere else. And we have some veggies here, beer, and we're about to start cooking. Wish us luck. I included shumai because it's one of my favorites.
It's
Dinner
your mom's.
served. Hopefully it's not too bad.
Good.
Alright.
How did we do? Yes!
Score it. 10 out of 10? Is it 10 out of 10?
11 out of 10.
Oh, thank you, Tita! Yes, we
Hey.
did it!
So good. Thank you, Bianca.
What the hell? I did most of the cooking. We also have shomai. That's what she cooked. I cooked this.
Whoa,
Okay.
I helped prepare, okay? I was the supervisor in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Some would say I'm the Gordon Ramsay of that kitchen. All right, so we just finished dinner. We are here at NMS. The rain has finally stopped, but it is still flooded. We just got an update from the neighbors in his subdivision, and it's still flooded. But I think large vehicles and trucks can slowly start making their way through. If you have a car that's low to the ground, you can't. So hopefully tomorrow everything will...
Be passable.
Yeah, hopefully everything tomorrow will become passable and the flooding will go down even more. And hopefully everything is okay. We have no idea how the house looks, so it's gonna be an interesting day tomorrow. So that's it for today. We're gonna head to bed. Good night.
Good night.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.